Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Look, Ernie, it's early, so don't overreact. You can mix up the rotations a little bit. Don't be scared, Coach. Do what you got to do.
Well, first, you got to keep believing in yourselves. But I love these player-only meetings.
Oh, I'll bet you.
I did, man.
Really? You liked them?
Oh, because I used to – that's the only time I could really like look in your face in front of the other 11 guys and tell you how I really feel about you.
Like, Akeem, you're killing us.
No, that never was said. It was more like, see, we should only give it to Akeem because he's the only one not killing us.
Oh.
I never want to waste your time. My mind, so precious. Is yours, is mine. And look at the time. My God.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And David Aldridge will be on our sideline tonight reporting. The Thunder are looking to grab one for the home fans here in Oklahoma City before heading back out on the road. Well, compared to last season, you'd have to say the start to this season has not been quite what you'd expect. They hope to improve their record with a win tonight, certainly.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've gotten off to the kind of start teams just dread. They've already dug a nice hole for themselves.
They do have the talent necessary to get it turned around quickly. They won't want to wait too much longer to do it, but they can still make it a productive season.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Kevin?
And that's how Russ has always been, DA, a high-motor player who leaves it all out on the floor. There are several clubs already enduring plenty of ups and downs. We see it every day in the league. How many games into the season does it take to know exactly what kind of team you've got and then where you need to proceed from that point on?
Well, I think obviously you typically see some level of separation between the championship contending teams almost in the first 20 games. If somebody's getting out to a 15-1 start, you know that typically speaking, they're going to be in it for the long haul. I think the fascinating aspect of the NBA season typically is in those 5 through maybe 10 slots in the respective Eastern and Western Conference, right?
Yes.
Because so often, Kevin, we're seeing 2 or 3 games separate maybe the 5th team from the 10th team. That means all of those teams are potential playoff teams. And what does the organization decide to do? Do they decide to try to make a run toward a playoff possibility? Or are they saying, boy, we don't really think we're there yet. Perhaps we need to think about what's our draft status.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Grant is out there with Levine, and it's Pondexter in at the 3 slot. Now here's Levine, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
On defense, Chicago, they couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
No passion on the defensive end, didn't look completely engaged. Really need to lock in and be focused on these road games.
Outside Westbrook. Here's George, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Grant kicks to Markkanen. Back to Grant. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening. The free throw drops for Grant. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Outside Anthony. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Bulls making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Westbrook with it. He's coming off a 34-point game against Dallas.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
And here is Grant after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Holiday, the pass to Markkanen. Holiday dishes to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Here's the screen. And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Let's take a peek at the league's assist leaders. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Westbrook with it. He's covered by Grant. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Russell Westbrook with his head on a swivel. He understands where his guys are at all times.
And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. Doesn't go for him. Westbrook with the nice D there. Oklahoma City leading by 5.
Well, obviously, the biggest impact Steven Adams has for this team is his ability to be a defensive force in the middle. This guy carves up space, takes away any would-be penetrators, solid rim protection, just an unbelievable guy on the interior.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the evening.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Now, here's Grant. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pondexter, the pass to Holiday. Back to Pondexter. Grant with the ball. Now defended by Adams. It's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. More on Adams, Doris. Not only is he a shot-blocking presence, but also will come up with a good amount of steals for a big man.
And that's an area, Kev, where Adams has really improved recently. For his size, he's got great agility and great anticipation in the paint. And I like that there's no hesitation to rotate and challenge any player he switches onto.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Westbrook with a wide-open look. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Russell Westbrook. First in assists, 13th in steals, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Lopez a screen. Holiday with it. Now defended by Adams. Lopez with the bucket.
You know, so easy to admire the way he works at close range. Lopez showing that nice soft touch.
Westbrook kicks to George. There's the dish to Carmelo. Takes a shot at the elbow. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Grant dishes to Pondexter. Holiday, the pass to Grant. Pondexter kicks to Holiday. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. The shot's good. Lopez has got 6 points.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Adams with the screen on Grant. Floats one up. Westbrook, no good.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Holiday dishes to Grant. Back to Holiday. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. And Anthony sends it back.
Oh, Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
So for the Bulls, Portis, he's checked in for Markkanen. Mirotic comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And G's subbed in for Jaren Grant. Outside Westbrook, and the foul called on G. That's his first foul. Here's Westbrook. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He feeds it to Anthony. High post shot. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
That jam!
Get out of the way. Oh, Kevin, that is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Anthony. Jeremy Grant comes in for George. Abrines is checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Grant outside. Rebound by the Bulls. Over to the left wing. Here's G. He's covered by Felton. And again, Chicago. No good. The Thunder leading by 10. Here's Abrines. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Back to Mirotic. And stolen by Patterson. And here's the fast break. Here's Abrines, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you are taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. And it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
Pass to Grant. Patterson against Mirotic. Patterson, the screen. Over G. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Pass to Portis. There's the pick. Valentine kicks to Portis. Missed inside.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Stripped away. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Grant gets a wide open look, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Zipser. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the Bulls with another miss. Oklahoma City leading by 17. 1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. No good from Grant.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
To the left wing. Here's Zipser. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Felicio comes in for Portis, and it's done in for G. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his first 2 points of the night.
I'll tell you, Steven Adams could be a force in the pick and roll. There are not many defenders who want to get in his way when he's the roll man.
Felicio with the bucket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Felton the pass to Adams. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy who understands his role. He wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to score at any time he's got a deep touch in the paint. Love his approach. That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
Kicks to Patterson. A three. The rebound by Zipser. Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Zipser. Now Dunn, just 3 on the clock, and it's good on the layup. Dunn's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Thunder. They lead by 14. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Then there's Mirotic, and it's Zipser in at the small forward. Doors, who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA?
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson. For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. But Isaiah at 5'9", to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation, Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, you think he can dish it out. But I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today, and frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves.
John Patterson kicks to Abrines. Screen by Adams. Here's Felton. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
Now, Felton not afraid of the paint. Let's make no mistake. Attacks relentlessly and scoring because he's fearless.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A different look for Oklahoma City. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Adams. Paul George comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Alex Abrines. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Pondexter's checked in. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The Bulls shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That free throw good from Markkanen.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
Puts it up from 15. Misses off the right iron. Bulls trail by 13. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. In third, the Thunder. Number 5, the Bulls.
And we're getting to watch two of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot.
Westbrook dishes to George. Here's Patterson. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Dunn kicks to Pondexter. Pass to Dunn. Markkanen in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Dishes to Pondexter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Thunder.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Lopez, he's checked in for Chicago. Justin Holiday comes in for Chris Dunn. Westbrook misses off the left iron. Bulls trail by 13. Levine kicks to Holiday. Outside, Levine. Ring shot on the way. It's deflected. Right side, George. A 3-ball, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, PG showing his confidence from beyond the arc. A phenomenal shooter from range.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Pistons. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Bulls, 6.5 games behind them.
And looking at Chicago, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
And with the major changes we know are coming, now you have players fighting for their jobs, trying to prove they deserve to be here beyond the end of this season.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And here's Westbrook looking for his first basket still in this one.
Well, the craftiness of Russell Westbrook down low. This guy excels at drawing contact close to the basket. Boy, what about last season for Russell Westbrook? Not only the numbers he put up, but the jaw-dropping plays he delivered. And he helped this Thunder team to a season where many thought they'd be out of the playoff picture. He gets them into the playoffs. Incredible journey.
The first one falls. And for Westbrook, you have to look at his season in a historical context. It was so great. Doris, his contributions to his team in every facet of the offense and how much his team depended on him from start to finish.
You're correct, Kevin. And it's not just the average of a triple-double, right? It went beyond that. It was his competitive spirit and a willingness to absorb the loss of an all-time great player, put his team on his back, and get them back to the playoffs. Truly incredible.
Here's Anthony. Oh, that's blocked.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Back to Grant. Outside, Levine. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Bobby Portis has checked in for Levine. The Thunder leading by 16. Here's Westbrook. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
You get the sense that Russell Westbrook relishes contact. He is so physically strong.
Grant the pass to Markkanen. Here's Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Portis. Back to Holiday. Lopez a screen. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Second chance shot. Tries yet again. And he sinks the layup. Lopez has got 8.
You know, hats off to him for staying active inside. Lopez just creating his own offense.
Westbrook with it. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Patterson, the screen. The shot by George, no good.
A blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Here's Roberson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Out to the wing. Here's Patterson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, we talk about not wasting any time. How about Patrick Patterson on the catch and shoot?
Here's Lopez. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And really lucky that they weren't blown out in that game, because I just thought the effort was lacking.
You know, it'd be hard to identify a phase of the game where they were crisp. Not the passing, not the shooting. Defensive rotations were off. You could critique them up and down.
Here's Patterson, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Patterson's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for L.A. after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And here are the Bulls now. Now, here's Grant. Feeds it to Holiday. He dishes it to Valentine. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Westbrook against Grant. Fires from the wing. Rebound by the Bulls. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Grant kicks to Holiday. Back to Grant. Now here's Valentine. D right on him. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Valentine. Lopez has got 10 points.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
Patterson. And a miss there on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
In the corner, Valentine with it. Over George, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
I think you can't even go for that rebound. He's completely checked out. Just leave it alone.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Patterson. Jeremy Grant comes in for Anthony. Abrinas is checked in for Andre Robertson. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Felton dishes to George. The pass to Grant. Screen by Adams. Back to George. From downtown. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Grant kicks to Valentine. Holiday, the pass to Grant. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Grant's got his 2nd bucket of the night. The Thunder leading by 19 points. Adams with the screen on Holiday. George with the bucket.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from 3-point range this quarter.
So the wing on the left, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Paul George. He's putting up about 20 points per game, just over 2 steals and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Valentine dishes to Grant. Shot clock at 6. And he makes good on the layup. Valentine's got his first points in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Grant against Felton. Poked away. Stolen by Grant. In transition, here come the Bulls. Grant leading the charge. No good that time. The Thunder leading by 20. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
The Thunder have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. That's good from Raymond Felton.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Bobby Portis. Paul Zipser, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And G's subbed in for Jaren Grant.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Screen by Grant. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Bulls. G kicks to Felicio. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Abrinas. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Abrinas has got 5 points in the quarter.
Listen, if you're open, Felton will find you. He has just such a great feel for the game.
41 seconds left to play here in the half. Valentine kicks to G. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Felton. Back to George. 5 to shoot. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup. Adams has got 6.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
And again, no good by Chicago.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Thunder out in front, just dominating this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Carmelo looked like...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
You working out?
Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession, so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them. And
Al Grant, Westbrook, and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the 3 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Lopez sets a screen for Markkanen. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on 3. Doris, you went from the basketball court right to the broadcasting booth. Having seen the game now from an analyst perspective, what might you go back and tell Doris the player?
Yeah, I'd probably tell myself to throw myself completely into the vibe of the team, to never, even if I were struggling as a basketball player, to turn inward. I would always say turn outward to your teammates and invest in what's going on with the group, and then that seems to make everything fall into place.
And mentally, too, I think you've got to prepare and focus like you would as a player when you are broadcasting.
No question about it.
Lopez a screen. Markkanen kicks to Pondexter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. We always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Second is Steven Adams.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Here's Westbrook again, Oklahoma City.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Grant the pass to Levine. Lopez a screen. And Levine, here we go.
Well, think about Zach LaVine suffering that ACL tear last season, guys. He then gets sent to the Bulls in the Jimmy Butler trade. Certainly, that's a lot to deal with. Let's hope he can flourish in his new surroundings.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
But this is a very good free throw shooter already, and with a little focus, LaVine could be one of the league's best.
And for LaVine, everything was up for him across the board. Doris, you knew he had the athleticism, but don't you see the skills now have caught up with that in short time?
I don't think there's any question, Kev. It's amazing how quickly his shot has progressed. With his burst and shooting, he's now a nightmare to guard. This guy's a great all-around talent who is only getting better.
Grant kicks to Markkanen. Clock at 2. Offensive rebound, Lopez. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Oklahoma City with the foul. For Chicago, they have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. And he can't get the first one.
Robin Lopez, the prototypical lunch pail player. He brings so much skill, able to create some offense when his number is called.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Another solid game from this guy shooting the basketball, just adding to this lead. So hard to defend.
Grant kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by Adams. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pondexter dishes to Markkanen. Tries to snap the cold streak and botches the dunk. The Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Nobody near George. Knocks down the 3-ball. George has got 19 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Grant the pass to Markkanen. Back to Grant. And he banks in the layup. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Outside Anthony. And the layup falls. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and mellow, one of the best to ever do it.
Grant kicks to Lopez. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. He's off on that one. Good D by Lopez. For 3, LaVine. That one, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Westbrook against Grant. Westbrook dishes to Adams. Here's LaVine. And nice to see Zach LaVine back out on the floor after seeing him lose the back half of last season to injury. Doris, that was a tough blow for him, tearing his ACL, but he hopes to have a full recovery.
Well, I think, Kev, the key piece here is sports medicine can do so much more now with the recovery of an ACL. And when Zach LaVine is healthy, with his burst and the ability in the open floor, this guy is a sight to behold.
Patterson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Chicago also making some changes. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. Justin Holiday comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Grant. Back to Anthony. This one for 3. Markkanen pulls it in.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
There's a good screen. LaVine kicks to Dunn. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Dunn's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Now, this is the area that Dunn is working on. Wants to be a proficient catch-and-shoot guy.
Westbrook passes to Anthony. Back to Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. LaVine with it. Now Anthony defending. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. George, no good. The Bulls have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. The feed to Holiday. Right side, Levine. Count it.
I'll tell you, Levine's a guard, but he has the quickness, the hops. He's difficult to stop in there.
Anthony kicks to Patterson. Patterson, the screen. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for George. Alex Abrinas comes in for Andre Robertson. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Then for the Bulls, Felicios checked in for Markkanen. Mirotic comes in for Justin Holiday. And G's subbed in for Chris Dunn. Felton can't get it to go. Now the Bulls with it. They're on an 11-2 run. G dishes to Mirotic. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, I think the best part of his tremendous three-point ability as a big man is just how much it stretches the defense.
Felton kicks to Grant. Anthony against Levine. Shoots off the screen. A shot by Anthony, no good. Chicago's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And there's Levine on the assist by G. 6 points for Zach Levine.
Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to.
Felton kicks to Anthony. Over Levine. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
G passes to Felicio. No good with the triple. Oklahoma City leading by 21. Here's Anthony. A nice jump shot from the top of the key. Anthony's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Melo can hurt you in so many ways, and his pull-up is as dangerous as anyone's in the entire league.
Chicago calls timeout. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Paul Zipser, he's checked in for Chicago. G dishes to Mirotic. A three-pointer is right on target. Mirotic has got 9.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Patterson, the screen. Outside Anthony. The tray. Anthony missing again.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Mirotic against Anthony. Back to Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Oklahoma City leading by 18. Felton kicks to Patterson. They set the pick. The dish to Anthony. Oklahoma City keeping it alive with a new 24-second shot clock. The Bulls have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. G passes to Mirotic. He kicks to G. Mirotic the screen. Here's G, covered by Anthony. Clock at 6. Levine up top. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Felton kicks to Anthony. Patterson, the screen. On deep. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
And the replay brought to you by Under Armour, the Unleash Chaos moment, giving us a better perspective on just how far behind the line he was on that 3-ball. Levine dishes to G. And the Bulls, another 3.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Felton the pass to Patterson. True on the 14-footer. Patterson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I think the threat that Patrick Patterson poses from the mid-range is important. You simply can't ignore him there.
G kicks to Zipser. He feeds it to G. Lets it go from deep. The shot missing. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 18. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot.
Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're...
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. So the Bulls 5 right now. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. Then it's Zach Levine. And it's Zipser in at the shooting guard position.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Here's Westbrook. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
And here is Mirotic out to the right wing. Zipser, the pass to Mirotic. Here's Anthony. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Zipser. Some solid defense from Grant.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all. You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
Chicago calls timeout. And last season for Melo, it was a bit of a circus. A lot of barbs being traded through the media between him and Knicks management. Neither party, Doris, pleased with what was happening, and it was a distraction to his play on the floor.
I think Melo is probably looking forward to putting that behind him. The trade rumors from a season ago didn't help. They certainly took a toll on the New York Knicks, and it's very hard to be a productive player with that much going on outside the confines of the lines.
Shot to stop the run. He can't hit that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Grant outside. Collison kicks to Felton. Here's Eustace, covered by Mirotic. Unloads from 13. Here's Collison, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And the outcome of the collective bargaining agreement and a potential 11-year stretch of labor peace, one of the longest in league history. Doris, what does that mean for this great game of ours?
Well, it means certainly that we can all take a sigh of relief. Everybody wants to play basketball and see basketball played. So great for the players, their representation, great for the league, and certainly great for the fans and the television partners.
And Doris, I sense such fairness on both ends, too. It really is a partnership.
You know, I think it would be wise for both the players and the ownership to remember they need each other to peacefully coexist and to thrive. And when you're trying to get an agreement that does the best by both parties, this is what you can have. You can have a long stretch of labor peace that makes everyone happy.
Well said. Mirotic, the screen. Here's Dunn. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Raymond Felton. And last season, Doris, we saw the flashes of potential for what Chris Dunn can be, taken 5th overall out of Providence in the draft, and didn't have the easiest time adjusting. But you can see where he'll be a value to this team down the line.
Right, and I think due to the years of experience he had in college, everyone expected Chris Dunn to make an immediate splash. It takes everyone a different amount of time to adjust to the NBA. Dunn has proven he can play NBA-level defense. Now the offense has to catch up.
Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, we're talking about the 5th overall pick in 2016, Dunn with exceptional two-way talent. Some pundits felt like he could have gone as high as number 3.
They set the pick. Felton kicks to Eustace. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Ferguson misses. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's Dunn. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Doris, there are always rumblings about teams and players who don't like what the press is writing about them, trying to ban certain media members from the locker room. What's the danger, you think, in doing that?
To me, any credentialed media should never be banned from a locker room, from an opportunity to bring their fans closer to the sport, simply because you object either about the content of the coverage or the amount of coverage does not exclude a media member from the locker room. I think it's a very dangerous precedent, Kev.
Good point. Pass to Pondexter. In the corner, Valentine with it. Mirotic, the screen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Here's Dunn. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. There's a screen. Singler dishes to Collison. Here's Felton. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Lopez left side. Shot clock at 5. They get it back. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Oh, took the bump there, powered through it. Go ahead, Mr. Lopez, I see you.
Passes to Ferguson. Kicks to Singler. Banked in off the glass. Shortening the preseason, adding a week to the regular season to avoid some back-to-backs. Doris, how much is that going to help the players, you think, stay healthy?
You know, this is a fascinating development in one of the areas where the NBA was so proactive in long-term health and well-being of their players. Kevin, I'm anxious to see. Everybody was frustrated by the number of preseason games. They didn't matter. And so I think by taking some of those games that have zero impact on the season, zero impact on how you evaluate and put your team together, is going to be critical to avoiding back-to-backs and the dreaded 4 games in 5 nights. I'm so excited to see how this plays out.
Doris, we're going to get a better product in the regular season. We're going to see players fresher, less injured. I mean, it's a win-win.
Agreed.
Lopez with the block.
You have to be a fan of how Robin Lopez refuses to give any shot a free pass. He'll block and challenge anything.
And that one, good.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Screen by Adams. George passes to Westbrook. No good off the front iron. For Chicago, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch. And they're moving it up. And here we go. Westbrook. And Westbrook is right there. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
After After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Grant down low. He's covered by Westbrook. Pondexter kicks to Holiday. Lopez a screen to the inside. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Now, Kevin, if you allow Paul George loose in fast break situations, he's an absolute force in the open floor.
Grant dishes to Holiday. Pondexter with it. Back to Holiday. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Markkanen with it. George picks him up. Fires the 3. And Roberson pulls it down.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Holiday, the pass to Markkanen. Holiday attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Doris, wearable body tracking, such as sensors that teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during a game, during a practice, how fast they're going. Are we taking this thing too far?
You know, it's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking monitors? I think it's got to be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, the organizations will use it to the best of their abilities.
But if it helps the game, helps the players stay healthy, gives teams a better compass on how to use the players, I'm all for it.
Me too, Kev. Me too.
There's the pick. Adams dishes to Westbrook. He used that pick to get in close. Westbrook's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, how strong does Russell Westbrook venture into the paint? He is outstanding this close to the rack.
Now, here's Dunn. He's covered closely. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. George passes to Westbrook. Pass to Anthony. That's tipped. Abrinas kicks to Adams.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Inside. It's deflected. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Markkanen absorbing the contact. He's really good at staying with his shot through that contact.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Westbrook, screened by Adams. Westbrook dishes to Adams. And he gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Free throw good, Adams. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Dunn. He's covered by Westbrook. Zipser, the pass to Dunn. Trying his luck deep. No good that time. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.